All content is publicly sourced and used under the USA Fair Use and UK Fair Dealing Guidelines. The things I say are strictly my opinion. Good morning, everyone. It's the Bizzy Bee with the Royal Tea. It is Sunday, September the 6th. I hope you're all having a great weekend so far. No complaints here. It is a 3-day weekend in America. Tomorrow is the holiday Labor Day, so everybody has 3 days off. One of my fans asked me to do the History Minute on Joan of Arc, so I am more than happy to oblige. This is the site where Joan of Arc was burned at the stake. If you like what I do, everyone, tips are greatly appreciated. Here is my PayPal info. It really helps out. And I do have a brand new announcement. I have started something on Patreon, and there aren't tiers or levels or anything like that. It's just one flat membership, $10 a month, and with that you get everything. You get a Patreon shout out in all the videos, a complete post archive, voting power, and polls I'll put up for videos you want to see. I'm going to do a podcast called the Real Royalty Podcast, talking about different royals from history. I'll do a vlog of my daily life if you're interested. I'll take fan requests for videos, topics, or other content, and weekly high tea live, where I'll have a special phone number where you can call in and chat with me, ask me questions, etc. And of course, videos and content exclusively available on Patreon. So if you're interested, please go over to Patreon and sign up. Like I said, it's only $10 a month for everyone. No tiers or anything like that. A flat rate. Here's the info, patreon.com/BizzyBeesRoyalty. Thank you so much to Jan P. and Kathleen G. for the tips you left me via PayPal. It is greatly appreciated, both of you ladies. Truly, truly. 3 things that I'm grateful for today. Well, I'm grateful that not even the anniversary of her mother-in-law's death is too sacred for Smegs to hold a pap walk. Anything for $1. Cha-ching! Second thing I'm grateful for, that the Harkles bought a packet of forget-me-not seeds to their pap walk so they could use the Diana angle in the press. Because they did do that on the anniversary of Diana's death, so they weren't planning forget-me-not flowers. They just bought along a packet of seeds so the press could throw that into the story. And another thing, number 3, grateful for long weekends, and of course, last but not least, you, my viewers and subscribers. For today's History Minute, as stated before, per viewer request, I have Joan of Arc. A few facts about Saint Joan. She is considered a heroine of France for her role during the Lancastrian phase of the 100 Years' War. She was canonized as a Catholic saint. Joan's parents owned about 50 acres of land, and her father supplemented his farming work with a minor position as a village official, collecting taxes and heading the local watch. Joan was illiterate, and it is believed that her letters were dictated by her to scribes, and she signed her letters with the help of others. She claimed to have received visions of the Archangel Michael and other saints instructing her to support Charles VII and recover France from English domination. The unanointed King Charles VII sent Joan to the siege of Orleans. She gained prominence after the siege and the siege was lifted only 9 days later. Several additional swift victories led Charles VII's consecration at Rome. On May the 23rd, 1430, Joan was captured by a group of French nobles allied with the English. She was later handed over to the English. She was put on trial for a variety of charges and found guilty. She was burned at the stake on the 30th of May, 1431, dying at about 19 years of age. Such a sad tale, but she is very revered these days. Couldn't find any information about a burial site. Her cremated remains were scattered into the River Seine. Today's episode of As the Stomach Turns, The Adventures of the Harkles. Well, this $150 million Netflix deal, the royal officials say, not so fast. Let's take a look at this. The royal officials will examine Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's $150 million Netflix deal after they agreed to approval of any new commercial ventures when the couple quit public life. A source claimed despite ditching official duties, any deal is subject to discussion. Questions on how it will look when the Sussexes have not paid off Frogmore Cottage. Harry and Meghan said on Wednesday they had founded a production company. The Duke and Duchess said they would make impactful content that unlocks action. I'm just imagining what kind of content they're going to be producing. As a matter of fact, maybe one of my next videos I'll make a preview of the Netflix content the Harkles have coming. Sounds really good. Royal officials will examine the Harkles' Netflix deal after they agreed to approval of any new commercial ventures when they quit public life. A palace source claimed that despite ditching official duties, any profit-oriented plans would be subject to discussion. There are questions over how it will look when they haven't even paid back the money for refurbishing Frogmore Cottage. Harry and Meghan said on Wednesday they founded a production company to make documentaries, feature films, scripted shows, and children's programming. They vowed to make impactful content that unlocks action and name-check Netflix chief executive Ted Sarandos and spoke of the firm's unprecedented reach. They are expected to make content including on mental health. Here they go with the mental health foolishness again. Who do these two idiots think they are? What kind of person is going to take their advice on mental health? If I was having mental health issues, I would consult a trained professional. My first thought wouldn't be, what would Harry and Meghan say? Let me tune into Netflix and see what Harry and Meghan would say about my mental condition. Sure, that'll be the first choice. They vowed to make unprecedented reach, mental health, animated series about women, a nature documentary, and shows on community service. So will their shows on community service be about showing up long enough for 10 minutes, you bring your own photographer, you get your picture taken, then you merch the pictures to all the big press agencies and get paid for them? So really you're not doing anything to help people, you're doing something to help your own bottom line? Is that the kind of community service they're going to show? The source told the Mirror Meghan and Harry did leave as working members of the family with everyone's best wishes, and it sincerely hoped that they find the happiness they appear to be lacking in their lives. However, it goes without saying any deals they are making will be scrutinized by the royal household. Under the terms of their deal to forego their royal duties, they agreed any commercial deals would be subject to discussion. The Harkles got the green light to broker commercial deals in January, but the money-making projects will be scrutinized by the Queen after a year. The historic agreement ruled the couple will drop their HRH titles, pay back the money for Frogmore, and no longer receive public funds. In exchange, they were allowed to quit frontline duties and given license to expand their Sussex royal brand. Yet Her Majesty, who is understood to be anxious that the couple could use their royal credentials to line their pockets, which they are doing, will be watching them closely. Insiders told Mail Online the blueprint thrashed out at Sandringham is subject to an annual review in the spring of 2021. The Sussexes, who recently bought a $14 million mansion in Santa Barbara on a mortgage, stepped into Hollywood after ditching royal duties in March. Public relations expert Mark Borowski said the couple had put a lot of pressure on themselves to succeed. Now listen, this is interesting. He told Mail Online, an old Hollywood friend of mine once told me you can never have too big a hit, but you have got to manage expectations. When you switch on the hype machine, you have got to deliver. If it's something that lets people down, it's going to backfire. If you pull it apart, who wouldn't want Harry and Meghan? It's huge publicity for Netflix. But for Harry and Meghan, they just understand this media circus. They have been naive. This is a money-raising exercise. They have got this inferiority complex. They are going to have to come back cap in hand to the royal household. It all sounds great, but what have you got? What names are attracted? What is the first project? It's like someone in the pub saying, I'm going to start making productions for Netflix. This is incredibly dangerous and overhyped. They have got no chance to fail. They have got to succeed. If they lose, they have got a lot of egg on their face. For Harry and Meghan, this whole shooting match they have got involved with, it heaps a lot of pressure on them. The proof is obviously in the pudding. It's going to be very difficult. Hits are very hard to come by. How many Downton Abbeys, The Crowns, and Ordinary Peoples are there? They are from British producers who will tell you that you have got to have a few flops to make before you get a big hit. This is a naive double act who are living on hype. Professor John Shallett, OBE, chairman of Intertalent, said he thought the pair could be a hit. He told Mail Online, "Of course they have to deliver. They are going to have a fantastic time working with them. They are both bright, intelligent young people. I think it will be a huge success. When you are judging success on Netflix, it's different from a terrestrial network. Netflix are not driven by ratings. It's more about the portfolio they offer. Meghan and Harry will be appealing to subscribers, and they are alongside the Obamas. I think it's an equally brilliant idea for both the couple and Netflix. It also solves their financial problem overnight." British TV producer Gub Neal of award-winning hit The Fall said he thought it was a good move and Netflix could have been attracted to their woke credentials. Mr. Neal, creative director of Ringside Studios, told Mail Online, "From a branding point of view, Harry and Meg, they are kind of woke, and there is a lot of appetite for them." From who? A few sugars? I'm not going to watch it. A lot of people have had very successful conversions in the market, whether it's the Obamas or Michael Portillo. Why should Harry and Meghan be any different? If I was at Netflix, I would think the deal was a no-brainer. The question is really, will Meghan and Harry be persuadable to the right people and right subjects? Viewers will be buying into them, not particularly their production skills. I think what Meghan and Harry will have the advantage of is being more relaxed and less restrained away from the royal family. I would think it's a big deal for Netflix, and it's not a bad deal for Meghan and Harry. To be seen to be working and not just living a playboy lifestyle, this is a great way to declare they are working. This is a conspicuous way of saying we do have a purpose. We can do woke and adventure at the same time. You can be environmentally crusading and at the same time making exciting programming. He said for Netflix, it's going to be very appealing. I think it's a great recipe for both sides. Public paperwork for the Archewell firm in America gives a flavor of the topics the successes are likely to focus on in their films. Filming mentioned the areas of sport, mental health, as well as physical fitness, children's programs, and even cartoons. Well, Harry has the mind of a child, so he'd be great at coming up with children's programming. I have to give him that. But as far as the mental health and physical fitness, what do these two know about that? Come on now. Royal expert Ingrid Seward said, "This proves it's not what you can do, it is who you are. It's very nice for them to be able to just step into that." Then it goes on to talk about Prince Edward's media company. We all know that failed. He was granted $2.2 million, but when the project folded in June 2009, there was only 40 pounds left over in his coffers. So then it goes on to talk about what the Harkles, Michelle Obama and what they did with Netflix and the Harkles. So if you want to read that, go ahead and check it out. The Harkles staged the pap walk. This is comments from my last video on Princess Diana's death. She wore pointy-toe dress shoes in the dirt. Catherine has the sense to wear boots or sneakers for gardening. So true. Meg's nuts is a tacky rube. I agree. Why can't Archie plant with the other kids? Why can't he be with other kids and bond? It is weird and sad. Oh, no wonder. There is no motherly feeling in her towards her own supposed son. Only doing what Catherine did earlier. MM probably doesn't know they have gloves for planting. Down from 10 minutes to 5 minutes. No, Archie, now we know. But you know she loves being on her knees. Archie can't plant any easier than he can play rugby at this age. That's why he has a mommy and daddy to help him. I thought that's what most normally do. Somebody pointed out that they planted petunias. Maybe they forgot forget-me-nots. No, they bought forget-me-not seeds to have the Diana angle in the story, but they were planting actual petunia flowers. They just planted forget-me-not seeds. $1,500 for an autograph of a yacht girl, Before Harry, she was charging this much for bending on her knees. Normally, when Smega gets on her knees, it's got nothing to do with planting seeds. Well, not flower seeds anyways. What have we learned today, everyone? Number 1, Jan P. and Kathleen G. are the bee's knees and much appreciated. Well, I feel like I've heard the word knees a lot today. Quite the opposite of Joan of Arc, Smegs' sugars are the only ones who will ever think of her as a hero, and the only hope of canonization she has is being shot from a cannon into outer space, never to return again, we pray. Number 3. 3. Smegs wants to play Mother Teresa in a Netflix biopic. The moment a nun's clothing touches her skin, it will disintegrate. Number 4. The terrible shoes are required while gardening because they are the only ones that will fit in her misshapen toes and her bunions. 5. The only way Archie will ever bond with the human is if he is left in the heat too long, someone picks him up to move him, and the melting plastic sticks to their skin. Number 6. One never hears Archie because the Harkles spent all their money on the new house. Now they can't afford to upgrade to a talking doll. Number 7. Smegs does love being on her knees, but only for the benefit of her bank account. Number 8. It is wrong to say that Archie's parents aren't spending time with him and teaching him normal childhood things. We have no clue how Marcus Anderson and the surrogate are raising Archie. Number 9. Smegs now charges $1,500 for her signature. Before Harry, for $1,500, you could have Smegs on her knees for a week. And number 10. Typically, when spending time outdoors, Smegs isn't planting, but getting plowed. If you would like to send me love notes, tokens of appreciation, or toys and treats for Valerie, Edward, Gemma, and Myrtle, here is my lovely little P.O. Box address. And there they are pictured. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit the notification button. Also, please tell your friends about me. I really enjoyed being with you today. It's been my pleasure. I hope you all have a great rest of your Sunday and a great Labor Day for all of you in America. Have a good one, everyone. Bye-bye.